That was In Spite of Ourselves by John Prine featuring Iris DeMent. Actually came out the year that Kelby and I graduated high school in 1999.
Wow.
I was probably high as a kite when that thing came out.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Just judging.
I can guarantee I was.
Probably.
Hey, speaking of speaking of high as a kite,
Yeah.
just to not to make light of the situation, but we should give a little history to our listeners here that there's some stories like we grew up with Jody Whalen, his I guess it would be stepson, huh?
Stepson,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
And so they all lived together. Fiona, his mom, and that's John's wife, and with Jody's two brothers. And we would go over there. We went to high school together, and so we'd go over there and kind of party, have a good time. And I remember waking up one morning, and this is, in high school, I wasn't necessarily into John Prine or anything like that as much. I was rebelling as much as I was more into the fuzz part of things, if you want to look at it like that. And so I remember sleeping on the couch one night there, which was a regular occurrence. And I woke up at like 6, 7 in the morning, and I look up, and there's guitars everywhere. And we all knew that Jody's dad or stepdad was, kind of famous in his world and a very talented guy and very accomplished. And I remember looking up, and there was this grown-ass man in his white underwear in the kitchen getting some orange juice or something. And it scared the hell out of me because I was hungover and confused, and I'd never met John before. But that was the first time that I met John Prine. Believe it or not.
Wow, that is probably the only person that would ever tell that story on the radio. That's pretty great.
Yeah, I remember going over there too. And
that's amazing.
It was always so fun at Jody's, and you think about it, and it's like he probably was there some of the time, but I bet half the time when we were partying over there, it was because he was on tour, and it was the one house that we knew we could go to and kind of just rage. Yeah. And I remember he also he had a Grammy that just sat on the mantle, and I just remember always being like the casual Grammy sitting on the mantle in this really awesome house that we're partying in.
Had a hot tub too.
Yeah, man. Trampoline too, if I remember correctly back there. I remember, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was in the backyard.
Yeah. And that cool F-150, you guys remember that with the black and purple?
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was sick. Anyways, all right.
Awesome.
John Prine. This show is all about John Prine tonight. It's a tribute. It's gonna feature all of his work really, and then some great artists that have covered it, which leads us to our next play here. One of our good friends, and we're huge fans of what she does, and she's kind of a troubadour in our genre, in our world. She did a great rendition of "That's the Way the World Goes Round," and we're gonna play it for you. This is Miranda Lambert.